Hello everyone. So we are working on a new game again, and this time it is called Color the Grid. Uh, as a note of caution, this is again a kind of difficult game because uh, there are many figures given. You need to find a pattern and then color the grid according to the pattern. It's the things would be more evident when I'll show you the question. Uh, but yes, it is something which you should be like you should have an aptitude for trying to recognize the pattern for sure. Okay, so let's have a look at the question. Okay, so let's have a look at the question now. So the question would look like this. There is, you can say, there are like 6 grids given over here. So this is what I'm talking about. And you can say these grids have alphabets over here. And based on some kind of a pattern they are following, they have been colored at top and bottom. So if I look for this kind of a similarity with colors, you can say, first of all, I'm going to show you what I mean by colors. Okay. So if you happen to look at this first grid, you can see there is white color at top and there is a purple color at the bottom. If you happen to look at the second grid, there is, you can very well see there is an orange at top and there is white at the bottom. Third would mean again the same, there is orange at top and white at the bottom. Fourth grid over here, you can once again see this is a white at top and purple at the bottom, white at top, purple at the bottom with the fifth, and the sixth, the last one. Once again, it has orange at top and white at the bottom. Okay, so what is the question? Based on some kind of pattern, the coloring has been done. This question is called color the grid. And based on that kind of a pattern, you need to color these options. So options here does not mean you have to tick them. It means you have to color the top and bottom of the grids. Top will signify this and bottom will signify this. Okay, so now let's try to find out the pattern. So trying to find out the pattern would mean eventually you can say I have two kinds of grid with regards to coloring. One which has white at top and which has purple at the bottom, and there is one which has orange at top and there is white at the bottom. Okay, so effectively these are the two kinds of grid. Let me just show you with let's say a little bit of colors as well. This is orange, you can say, and I'm saying it is white, so I'm just putting a white over here, white over here, white, sorry, and purple, purple, okay, kind of navy blue. I'm just going to put it, use it over here. Okay, so this is how it is. Now, based on this, I need to primarily look when it is an orange at top and white at the bottom or other way around. So I'll focus on this. You cannot focus on, let's say, two things at the same time. So I'll focus on one kind of like the color coding being done. So for me, it is I'm looking at orange at top and white at the bottom. So my concern is I am working on this and this grid. Okay. And trying to figure out the similarity over here. So if you happen to look at this is like 4 Z's over here. Okay. It is like Z, E, Z, 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 P, A, 3, R. Over here, V, V, Z, 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 U, G, S. ZZ4PZ. So once you read out to yourself or even you observe, so this is quite evident that whenever there are like 4 Z's, you would agree with me, there is orange at top and white at the bottom. And based on this, now I happen to look at the other set of grids. So this does not have a Z, this does not have a Z, this does not have a Z, and so yes, this is a kind of a thing which I can use. Okay, so now once I start coloring them, so I need to color all the options. It's not like ticking the options. So does it have a Z? No. So what does it mean then? It means white at top. I would be coloring it like this, white. It is not going to be shown. I cannot show you the white being colored, but certainly you're getting the idea. And you can say purple. Purple, I'm just using blue over here, purple at the bottom. Second grade, you see there is like, okay, there are four Z's. So what I'll do, I'll put orange. Okay, I'll put orange at top, and I put white, I'm going to use white at the bottom. Okay, then for this, then again, how many Z's are there for the third one? There are four Z's. So again, I'm going to put orange, and again I'm going to put white at the bottom. And for the last one, it is, once again you would agree there are not Z's are not there. So what I'll do is same. Yes, you're right. White at top, and you can see I'm putting purple, but purple I don't have it right now with me when I'm putting this video. So I'm putting a blue over here. So my color the grid would look like this. I have colored all the four grids. I need to color all the four, then only I will be getting awarded marks. Okay. So you can see this is how the options answer option would look like. I believe you get an idea now. I was doing the same thing here. Let me show you once again. You can very well see this is white and purple. This is orange and white. This is orange and white, and this is white and purple. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so if the last one makes sense with you and you now get the basic idea with color the grid question. So this is a difficult one which I'm going to take right now. Okay, so over here you can see once again the grids, the top and bottom have been colored, but there are there are more combinations over here. You can see if you happen to get the first one, let's say if you happen to look at the first one, you see green at top and white at bottom. And if you happen to look at the second one, it is like white at top and green at bottom. And again, there is a combination of gray and white. And there is again a white and white. So you can see different combinations over here. Green and white. You can see white and green. And okay, let me draw it again. This requires some kind of, yes, thinking has to be there. Without some good thinking, it will not be done. Okay, I'm just putting it like this. There is a combination which has green at top and white at bottom. And there is this combination which has white at top and green at bottom. Then there is, you would say, gray at top and white at bottom. And then we have green at top and gray. And then we have white and white. And then we have white and uh, gray. Okay, that's another one. White and gray. So all of them are different. That's for sure. So that's where the complex things are. Okay, based on this, so you need to figure out what is like the difference between among all the six. That's how things are going to be. So if I start observing, like let's say if I focus on the green ones first, whether it is top or bottom, or maybe you can focus on these two with the green at top. If you try to focus on this, we find one similarity, there are only odd numbers are used. Okay, so this is one thing. Even if all odd numbers are used, I'm going to put green at top. Okay, let's focus on this. Then based on this, if you happen to look at white, and white will mean there is no color. So now based on this, there are odd and even both. So if it is like only odd, I put green at top. If only, let's say, a combination, so I just keep it simple. I don't color it. Okay. Then based on other things, let's try to find out other things as well. Okay, there are alphabets, you can say. All alphabets are there. Okay, alphabets. Okay, what is the difference over here? The alphabets over here is only vowels. So when vowels, it is like gray at the bottom. Gray at the bottom, yes, it is working over here as well. Vowels, gray at the bottom. And over there, if you happen to look at this, there is vowels and consonants, so gray at top. So we got some kind of an idea. We'll try to answer the question now. Okay, so what is the question? You need to fill the grids. Okay, so if you happen to look at the first grid, this is certainly vowels. Vowels would mean gray at the bottom, and this is only odd. Only odd would mean green and gray. Green at top, gray at the bottom. Okay, if you happen to look at this, this is like combination of this. So things would have been white, but what about consonants and vowel? Consonants and vowels, so Z, W, okay, all are consonants. So this is going to be white, this is going to be gray then. Okay. What about it over here? You can see all vowels and even numbers. All vowels and even. All vowel would mean, all vowels means gray, and even would mean not green, it has to be white. Okay, over here in the last one, it is going to be like vowels and consonants together and consonants and this thing together. So when this is going to be white and white. Okay, so this was how we are going to proceed with this question. Did we get it? Okay, so now you get an idea what is the color the grid question is. Based on the pattern, you need to color the grid accordingly. Thanks for watching the video. I'll suggest all the time you're watching the video, please pause the video, work on your own, and that's how you proceed in the exam. Thanks for watching it.